relief as President Joe Biden announced that a tentative railway labor agreement was reached. The agreement averts what would have almost certainly been a devastating hit on supply chains if railway workers voted to strike. The president said in a statement that the new agreement would guarantee better pay, improved working conditions, and peace of mind around their health care costs for the workers. Biden said the parties reached a tentative agreement to avoid a shutdown. It now goes before union members for a vote. And the line of mourners doesn't seem to be stopping in London. Thousands continue to line up this week to pay their respects to the late Queen Elizabeth II. By Friday morning, the queue to see the Queen lying in state stretched for nearly 4 miles past Tower Bridge. The line snaked along the south bank of the River Thames and then over a bridge to Parliament. But the thousands in the line didn't mind the hours of waiting. On Wednesday, the Queen left Buckingham Palace for the last time in a solemn procession through the streets of London to Westminster funeral on Monday. Make sure to tune in to Newsnet on Monday. Our foreign correspondent. A mass grave of Ukrainian soldiers and hundreds of unknown buried civilians were found in the forest of recently retaken Izium. Russian soldiers buried Ukrainian soldiers in a mass grave in the forest. On Wednesday, a group of Ukrainian servicemen looked around the burial place. They said that Russians had posted a video of the forest saying they had buried 17 Ukrainian soldiers. The servicemen also said the bodies would be exhumed and their DNA examined. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said that Ukrainian authorities had found another mass burial site near a recently recaptured northeastern city previously occupied by Russian forces. Russia's forces left Izium and other parts of the Kharkiv region last week amid a stunning Ukrainian counteroffensive. Sharply lower prices for gas and cheaper used cars slowed U.S. inflation in August for a second straight month, though many other items rose in price, indicating that inflation remains a heavy burden for American households. Consumer prices surged 8.3% in August compared with a year earlier. Inflation has escalated families' grocery bills, rents, and utility costs, among other expenses, inflicting hardships on many households and deepening gloom about the economy. Nationally, the average cost of a gallon of gas has dropped to $3.71, down from just above $5 in mid-June. Many businesses are also reporting signs that supply backlogs and inflation are beginning to fade. Prices of meat, milk, and fruits and veggies have soared by double digits. Falling prices for farm commodities like wheat and corn could slow cost increases for food. And on Wednesday, President Joe Biden showcased his administration's efforts to promote electric vehicles during a visit to the Detroit Auto Show. Biden traveled to the massive auto show to plug the huge new climate tax and healthcare law that offers tax incentives for buying electric vehicles. Biden announced approval of the first $900 million in infrastructure money to build EV chargers across 53,000 miles of the national highway system in 35 states. Biden's 2021 infrastructure legislation stations. Under the new law, EVs and their components, like batteries, must be built in North America to be eligible for a federal tax credit of up to $7,500. A federal judge appointed a veteran New York jurist to serve as an independent arbiter in the criminal investigation into the presence of classified documents at former President Trump's Florida home. The judge also refused to permit the Justice Department to resume its use of the highly sensitive records seized in an FBI search last month. U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon empowered the newly named Special Master, Raymond Deary, to review the records taken in the August 8th search of Mar-a-Lago. She set a November deadline for his work. In the meantime, she continued to block the department from using roughly 100 documents marked as classified that were seized for its investigation.